Yeah, let's try this again. Copy link. Hmm. Okay, so. Ooh. Oh. Hi. Oh, okay.
The nonary game. The nonary game. The nonary game. The nonary game.
Okay. Okay, that is loud. Okay. Hello! Welcome to the stream! I'm not sure how loud this is, so let's do this. And this. And this.
Game.
That should be good.
Nonary game.
Ooh. Okay, how's the audio level? Am I good? Do I need to turn down the background music or is everything good? Everything good? Everything good, right? I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Blaze, welcome! You're in for a heck of a time. Oof. Okay. But we have everything's going. Okay, so we're going to delete the saved data and we're gonna do this one. Click to delete. Yes. We're going to restart because apparently the game didn't load correctly. I don't know what happened, but good thing we didn't really start the game. Okay, this game is fictional. Names, characters, instant and fictions. Oh. Hold on. Whoop. Okay, how's that? Am I too loud now? I don't know. Test. Kid's voice is really low. Ooh, hold on. Okay, you gotta give me a bit. Okay, goes to this. Okay, how's this? Is this good now? I turned it down. I don't know anything anymore. Can you hear me? Ow. This is like too loud for my ears. Ow. Audio level. Ow. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay.
What the?
Okay. Test. Here, I'm just gonna let them talk. As they readjusted the lights to. Oh, never mind. Okay. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his head to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
Whoa!
His balance... Yeah, I can hear. Okay, still sounds so... Hold on. This is just loud. Okay, goes to over here. There we go. Goes back to game over here. There we go. Okay. With his balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell?
Oh, so you can hear fine. Okay. Oh, sorry.
A bed? I fell pretty far. That really hurt.
I quite like this voice actor.
Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head. No, wait. That's not it. An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that. Anyway. Where am I? Wait, stopped?
Who is this voice actor?
What's that sound?
Novel mode? Oh. Am I supposed to be on novel mode? The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5.
5? What's this 5 mean?
Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A yellow L-shaped handle. Okay, sorry. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result.
It won't open.
It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader.
What's this? Is this keeping the door shut?
Junpei knocked hard on the door.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
There was no response. Juven threw his left fist into the door and stopped.
Huh? What the hell is this?
He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was the bracelet of style he'd never seen before. In the center, was a large LCD display.
Watch. It doesn't look like one. 5. That's the same as the door.
True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. Might mean. My bad. might mean. This is why I'm no VA. I'm a sad excuse. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove the watch, but...
What? How do I take this off?
The other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps...
Maybe pushing something on this will work?
He pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials or adjustment... on a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet, they did nothing.
Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However...
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
A still ring ran from the face around... Wait, what? A still ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off anytime in the near future. I can't speak.
What the hell is the deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as if he were about to explode.
Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me?
Ooh.
My head.
Ooh. What was that? Pain bloomed, but he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
It was that moment that he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed and riveted brass like a window from the early 20th century ship.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
Junpei walked slowly towards the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
Junpei squinted, trying to see something. Anything. It was at that moment.
Huh?
Whoa! Uh-oh!
Oh, you gotta be
Oh, no!
What the hell is going on here?
Gee! Oh, no! We're gonna die. A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment, Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
Poor Junpei! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on water already coming through the window, he ran for the door.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something!
There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knee.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes and looked around the room. Ooh. Seek a way out. Ah, crap! Past cabin. Okay. Operation during escape. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goal? Search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Q or E to move around the room. Bulletin board. It looks like someone put a note on it. About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Clicking on the item on the top left will bring you to the item screen. Picture frame. 6. That's not gonna do anything. Investigate with item. Item visible in the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while you're investigating the room, you may trigger an action. Try switching out items in hand in 6 different places. Click the item icon or press V to quickly change between items. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden on the sink. This is the only drain in this room. There's a towel next to the sink. Crap, crap, crap. There's a pair of simple chairs next to the table. Water is okay. We have no time to. Well, it opens it with blah blah. Aha, aha. Looks dead. We got a screwdriver. Yes. Combining items. Two items can be combined. You will reach a new item. If they cannot, then nothing will happen. Try out different combinations of the items you find in the search. Okay. Okay, we found a key. Ah, key, yeah. There's a little blue key in the bottom of the spot. Odd. Yes. We have no time for idle talk. Let's see. Ah, darn. Let's see if there's anything with the keyhole. And we don't have the code for the thing, so I keep looking until the cows come home. All I'm gonna find here. Is there anything else I can use? Got a red key. Okay.
Probably hold on to this key. Oh, what's up with my face?
Is that not how he used to look like?
Like a zombie. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and... I'm back. Not like anyone will respond. Man, work was rough today. Huh?
Wait, hang on, sorry.
A breeze.
Ah, sorry.
Huh.
Keep forgetting about the novel.
Can I leave that open?
Okay. Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
He closed the window. Then it happened. Ooh.
What?
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood. A deep hood. I never heard that. Deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Suddenly he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. Sleeping gas. You gotta love those type of noises. I'm sorry. That was good. I quite enjoyed that. Okay. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late. He noticed that white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind beginning to fade as well. White haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
Ugh. Shiver. A raspy voice worms its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh, and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision and felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist.
That's right. That guy with the gas mask.
I don't think we have time to be remembering about the past. Well, we are going to flood, going to drown, excuse me?
That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him.
He ground his teeth in frustration, ashamed to remember anything about his tactless figure.
Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not.
The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
You are the chosen one. Sorry. What it might mean, that was beyond him.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
The nonary game. Huh. What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it!
With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Okay, let's get back. It's already the high. Okay. Can't bring myself to call this the bed. It feels like a bed. It's pretty flat. Well, I can't. Might as well look through it. Huh? Darn, nothing here. All I can see down here is the underside of the bed bunk. It's pretty high up there. There's a lot of ceilings so you can get to all the time. Worst case scenario, I can just climb up here. Yeah, right. Like that's gonna work. Ah, come on. The pipe at the end of the bed. There's nothing up on top. There's nothing useful here. Okay, items. We gotta. This is okay. Search. Old picture frame. There's a picture of the ship on it. There's screws to keep on the back. Okay. Action. Well, the screwdriver's got the screws off easily enough, and here's the picture. Okay. Okay. How do I do this? Okay. So, what? Okay, we know where this thing went. Okay, it's from right here. So, red. So that's 7, 4, right? Yeah, 7, 4, 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3. We got this. 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 4. Darn it! And nothing. I'm gonna need to. Mini games. Do I need to escape? Your investigation may trigger one of the several mini-games. All operations for the mini-games are done by clicking the screen. Some mini-games will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or click the right thing. operation structure. Clicking the dial will cause it to move to the next number. And to forward numbers this way and then click the next way. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. 7. I forgot the number already! Keep it cool and look around for some more clues. Items. Okay, hold on. 7463. 7463. 7463. No? What? What? Wait, why isn't it? Hold on. I'm doing something wrong here. Oh. 60. Wait, what? Hold on. So it's red and then blue. Oh, 6374. 6374? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 1, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Six, 1, 2, 3. On it! Flip! It's gonna be faster. Plug it in random. It's just gonna be. Find the right number and turn the key, then the Greek case should open. But I have been hitting the thing. I don't know. What? Yeah, cause that's 6. That's 3. That's 7, and that's 7, 4, 6. Hold on. What am I doing wrong? Ooh. I don't understand. Because that should be it. Yeah, it's 6. That's it. Drown right now. Oh, that is true. I would have drowned right now. That is right. I'm surprised that this hasn't gone up any further. I had to. Yeah, I would have been dead by now. Bulletin board. There's nothing on it. Maybe pull it. No. Okay. Let's. Darn it! Why the heck isn't this thing opening? I also do not understand the puzzle. Hold on. We had to think. Let's combine this with this. No? Okay. Okay, fine. Be that way. 6. Hold on. Let's see. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So weird. Restart. How? Why? It's gonna be. I don't understand. If not that way, let's do it this way. Let's see what happens when we do this. That'll be 1, 8. But it can't be 8. 1, 8? 1. Wait a second. Hold on. 1, 8. 1, 8, 2, 9. 1, 8, 2, 9. But that can't be a 9. That can't be a 9. I'm doing something wrong here, and I do not appreciate this. Did you find all these? It is 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3. I don't understand. Can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's out to the bottom of the bed. Gotta hurry this up. There's the blueberry trays on top of the bed. Some pipes down on the side. Oh! Okay, hold on. There. What was the thing? Not the other thing. Gonna have to pull in the right numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. I hate you so much! See if it stays. No, it doesn't do anything. Key on the left is straight to kettle. 1 to 2 under the butter. Note number 2. And pedal on the bunk at the red door. Ah. Thank you. But then one of them has to be this one, and I don't know which one. Oh! I see what it is now. Okay. Okay, 0, 2, 60. 0, 2, 60? Is it 0, 2, 60? 0, 2, 60. Yeah, 0, 2, 60. Thank you. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I should have made sure that I had all the stuff before opening things up. Looks like something in there. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any document or notes in Escape, the information contained in will be available to the file screen. Press blah to open the file screen. Let's see. Digital root. Let's see here. Computer digital root with the following step. First, add all the numbers and questions to number 1. End up with something greater than single-digit number. Add the digits to one another. It says if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the numbers in the ones place. Keep adding digits until you have a single. That single digit is a root. Digital root as would be 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 21. What? Oh! Oh! Okay, I see. Therefore, the digit of 63. Example 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1 plus 3 equals 10, 1 equals 1. Therefore, okay. Back in the thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Huh. Okay. I got a new material, calculator, calculator. Why did they have to put in math? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Click. Click. 7, 4, 7480 7480 7480 7480 7480 for a never mind. It's opening! Yay, we got the red cards. Okay, let's go back. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here! Yeah. Oh, okay. Cards with the number. I'm pretty sure this is when I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's see. And... Huh? It's not working? Why? Darn it! No, that's right. I have cards I haven't used. Okay. Let's try this one. Darn it. Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. Only got one other 100. Of course! The files! Files said about a digital root. Digital root. The digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on the door. I have to get a digital root of 5! Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me a digital root of 5 through the reader. Operation instructions. Click 3 cards to select them. The selected cards will be displayed. Click reset with deselect all currently selected cards. After you select the 3 cards, click on the device. Oof. Okay, let's see. So. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Hold on. So. 7 plus 8 is 15. No, we don't want that. We have 3 plus 6. Ooh! Ouch! Hold on, let's see. 7 plus 6 is 11. So that's 1 plus 1 plus 3. So 6, 7, 3. Darn it! Okay, so that's 4. There we go. Hold on, 6 plus 7 is, hold on, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. I should have done 1 instead of, yeah. I see what I did wrong. Okay, alright, I think this is gonna work. Here we go. There's a new noise. Huh? Did it just unlock? That light was red and now it's blue. No doubt about it. This isn't keeping me here now. Time to go. Let's go. Only doors. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Close the door behind you. You found it. Yay. I think it's T-Zone because he has to help. Oh, did we just get accompanied by a wall of angry water? Junpei shot out of the room into the opposing wall.
Ow!
The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine, and he only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
My head. Wait, is it over? Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet.
Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well,
ooh.
Better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of a short flight of stairs. It's just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of this short staircase...
A door. Another door. Damn this water. Let me go.
You should have closed the door behind you. Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door. Is it locked or is it open?
Yes, it opened.
Yay! The door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw? Oh!
What the hell?
This is a fancy looking place. His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out for him. Ornate staircases, right? This music. Ah, the distant. Ah, these notes. Okay. Okay, a polished floor stretched out from before him. Ornate staircases rising up from the edge. Each one of them equidistant from the other. They're using big words here, guys. The stairs and pillars were solid wood and art nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
This is the inside of a ship?
Is it a ship? I don't think this is a ship anymore. Junpei couldn't help but wonder.
Oh.
The water quickly filling the hallway behind him and suggested that, yes, he was. Oh, okay, never mind. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the door.
That's what I thought. This is totally, Wait, what the hell?
Oh, no!
Oh, shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. Yeah, close the door, boy.
C deck. B deck. Hurry.
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the walls, denoting the decks of the ship. I can't speak.
A deck's next.
Is it? Are you sure about that? He took the stairs 2 times, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder, in fact, the stairs did lead.
What?
Oh, yeah! Hey, who is this kid? I like his hair. I like... Kiddo! Okay, anyways. Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stand. Look, it wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. Oh my gosh, there's more! And on the right, 3 more. I like his outfit right here. This dude's outfit.
A lot of people.
All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on the way down the stairs. They stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman stuck to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess it's another one of us now.
A dancer.
The woman was dressed. Junpei thought rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry a little more.
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the doors behind him.
Well, okay then.
The sudden proximity of a woman with such a striking asset left Junpei momentarily stunned. I'm stunned because I can't speak properly. Okay, but the other wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Huh?
His voice, huh? The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance at Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
One of us, huh?
Okay.
What? Nothing.
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough to pass for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock and hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't
Oh,
open?
hi Taka, welcome to this. Next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Oh, I thought she was gonna have a slightly higher voice than that. Also, I quite enjoy this bow right here. The plaid looks nice. Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he was sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene. And he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very fine, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
That's 9 of us then.
Ooh, his voice!
All of the cards are in hand.
All of the cards are in hand. What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask the other man what he had meant, but the girl with the pink hair rushed past him.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Just follow that. Looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. I think that's the dude, and this is the bird's nest dude.
Huh? Ah.
The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
What's that all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Before he had the chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulders, and with no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush the side of fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Whoa.
Thrown off balance by the man and recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up, and what the other some had been running toward.
Hey man, that was dangerous. Huh?
There were two pairs of large iron doors set into a wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. A door on the right.
4. And this one says 5. They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
I woke up and had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
Soon became clear that each one of them had woken with a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided here.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
Open! Damn it!
He grabbed the hold of the door. Calm down, Kira. He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However,
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
Out of my way.
the mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared and he took a few steps back, then threw himself out the door. Ooh. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
A body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it. There must be some other way.
She made turn towards door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier. So that means this door is probably locked too. But still...
He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all his weight into it. That little at the end was cute. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected.
Damn it!
I know, right? The original soundtrack is good. Junpei punks the door. It did not respond.
Are there any other doors?
He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he passed on the way sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back towards the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Eh? It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He felt was unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was some other reason he couldn't take his eyes off this girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. Couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei slowly walked toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell.
Watch out!
Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her, or so he thought. Oh, okay. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own.
Yeah.
I came to play an escape game. Not an escape. Well, we'll see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. He was flat on his back as he... Oh! Okay, so she's the one on top. Okay, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment, that seemed to stick for a very long time. They stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings. But eventually, that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
Jumpy? Jumpy? Jumpy? What's echoed through Junpei's? Oh! That's a cute nickname! Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane.
Akane. Aww! Oh, look! She has a little wishy hair! Okay, why hadn't you realized it before? The girl was I want to say Akane, but Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They've gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Oh, her hair went from this way to that way. Oh, her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face, feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. Welcome, Outo. He could feel his face heating up at that moment. Oh yeah?
What?
What's that voice?
This is... that guy in the gas mask!
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
Is there only 2 people voice acting in here? Because this guy sounds like Junpei.
What do you mean to do to us?
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Hey, I got one too.
We would call them the numbered doors. Those in front of you are a pair of the same. The key of opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all those who enter must contribute. The purpose of this game is simple: leave the slip alive. It is hidden when an exit can be found. Seek a way out, seek a door that carries a 9.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Emblazoned.
We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. So this thing on my arm is a bracelet. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Oh, okay. So we're basically playing Titanic now. Okay, that's the theme of this escape game. Okay, I see. We're all gonna freeze to death. Okay. Just attack and save if you didn't. Then yes, yes. Oh, good. Always try to switch novel when the game. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting. Haha. Thank you. I keep forgetting that this thing switches out of novel scene. My bad. Sorry. I'll try to remember. Thanks, Ed. Sorry, Ed. The voice finished, and the speaker went silent.
I hear a bell.
3.
I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m. I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window early. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here!
Oh, whoops.
That guy won't stop shouting. And the others.
This reminds me of like an anime. Well, actually, no, what game? It reminds me of Phoenix Wright. This is what it reminds me of. Yeah. Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. Except instead of saving lives, we're gonna destroy lives. Yay! Cries. Anyways, let's do this. Also, how's the music? Do I need to tune it up? Is it good where it's at? Am I too loud? Everything daijoubu? Everything daijoubu and all? I quite like his goatee. Junpei too was consumed by his thoughts.
I have way too many questions. Who is Zero? What's the nonary game? What's it for?
Okay.
Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose?
There's music question mark?
Part of this
Oh,
insane
like
game.
the background music.
And the others? Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all.
Gonna take this chip and eat it.
Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason. I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
No, that's not what I mean.
Lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
I feel like I've heard your voice before, buddy.
Whoa!
Yeah, so this reminds me, this game reminds me of Tale of Zila, because sometimes they have icons like this pop up when the characters speak. So this is giving me Tales of Zila's flashbacks and Phoenix Wright vibes.
What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
Okay, be safe.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
The prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
Oh.
You're saying we won't sink till then.
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
Smart guys.
That's depressing.
I like this kid, except that he's a butt.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A deck and C deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
Ooh, we all love doors
This
behind
one doesn't
stairs.
open either.
Picklock it! You have a keyhole!
We'll see about that. Hey, old man. Give me a hand.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try.
Nice one, nice one, nice one. That was nice.
It won't budge.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with 2 of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
Keyhole.
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
I say you just picklock the door.
A key, huh?
Kingdom
You
Hearts.
got a problem?
I feel like he could be from a Kingdom Hearts game.
No, I just really doubt we'll find a key that easily.
Ignoring the tense air between the two, Junpei moved closer to examine the doorknob.
What's this?
Just above was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounding a dot.
There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
Hey, look! Over here, too!
Pink Hair was looking at a double door they hadn't examined yet.
More doors.
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it. Huh. Nothing.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader. And there's a strange mark here, too.
Oh, for a second there, I thought that was like a Japanese kanji symbol.
What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
Junpei stared at it for a while.
This is the symbol of Saturn.
Oh.
It's an astrological symbol.
Ah.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol.
Oh.
We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
Question mark?
I don't remember that.
A deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well check again since we're talking about it.
Silva is also Mishima from Persona 5. Mishima. Who's Mishima again? Haven't played that in a while. Lions Road urged them on, and they took the stairs up.
There, the 2 doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
Looks more like a target mark.
This is an earth symbol.
Oh. Blue-haired dude? Oh, you mean Foxy dude. The artist, right? Question mark?
The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
Prime meridian,
I
okay. Junpei looked up at the ceiling.
The ceiling. Metal plates. Huh. It's as if it's covering something up.
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
The windows, too. Huh. They're all covered.
There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates.
In other words...
Oh, never mind. In other words...
we're trapped. All exits go nowhere.
Of course! Done! Junpei was not happy. The girl with the pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't...
Did not agree.
No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them at least.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
But if I do that, I'm gonna have to leave some of you behind. This is... All eyes turned towards the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
Dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block
We'd have
them.
to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
May as well give it a shot. Can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this.
But shouldn't we at least try?
We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink.
The clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. The arguments grew more and more intense until people were shouting and screaming at one another.
Hey, shut up!
They fell silent. All eyes turned to Junpei. He felt an each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch.
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are, who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit the lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane. I want to say Akane, but Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed towards Junpei.
We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop. Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about.
Nah.
Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
To him, apparently, it seemed like an obvious solution.
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7.
Oh, you're going after your numbers.
7? Why are you 7?
Seemed like a fair question. The mountain stuck out his left arm.
Because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He smirked.
All right, I'm gonna be Santa.
Hey,
you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, San means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
No! No!
Then your bracelet number.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand. I like this accessory that he has under this watch. Sure enough, the face of his bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I? My bracelet number is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
That sounds good.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals.
Oh, really?
Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is
8.
8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake.
Hey.
My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
Oh. Oh. How did he escape?
I knew it.
He kept his eyes closed during the entire ordeal, which had suggested something strange, but to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react to it.
Me next.
There was one person, however, who didn't seem surprised in the least. A girl with pink
I
hair.
want to be Clover.
Because you're 4!
You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand. Her nails are well done. They come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet.
Alright, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be...
Why have one? It's not like there's any point to it now.
The dancer cut him off in mid
I mean,
sentence.
we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh,
They all nodded. Akane stepped forward nervously.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
Akane pictured it awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something.
What's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
She hesitated for a moment and then held out her left hand. She claimed the bracelet face showed a 6. Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought,
Alright then, why don't we call you June?
Ah!
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year.
Foxy, speaking to Japanese, y'all know Japanese.
So you're June.
So you're June.
Jumpy?
Akane kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei uncertain. He smiled back at her
Are you good
reassuringly.
with that?
Yeah.
She thought about it for a few minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod.
Okay then.
The names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his
So
head.
this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace.
Ace,
2 is Snake.
Snake,
3 is Santa.
Santa,
4 is Clover.
Clover,
5 is me.
Junpei,
6 is June.
June,
7 is 7.
7,
And 8 is Lotus.
Lotus.
That means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers. The only one left is...
Where did that other dude go?
That glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
You haven't said a thing so far.
I totally forgot about him. I totally forgot. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat. His behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertips worth of grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person, and his breath became in hot pants.
I'm talking to you.
Hey, be nice. The man licked his dry lips with a shaky tongue and spoke with a voice like old paper.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here, and you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
He extended a trembling arm. The bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right. Let me show you. I'm gonna do this.
Hey? What? By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he had slid around her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Santa leaped forward towards Clover and the 9th man. He was halfway there when...
Stay back.
Suddenly, the man had dove into his pocket. Oh, no! He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards, slowly keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping the distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around and quickly spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared, and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device.
Like this?
Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel. If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then, should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Oh no. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
Door 5. Why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Oh! Some of them have already played this game before. He's one of the people who played the game before.
Good. Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally they stopped on Lion, or Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Ace held up his hands, palms out. The 9th man jerked his chin towards the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. It's the same as the number written on the door, but it won't open yet. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. One more person. If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person.
That's
Who?
you.
Who does he need?
Get back.
His voice shook, but the knife he held to close the stone made his words of command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Okay.
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The 9th man's lips turned into a cruel, twisted smile.
Don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the 9th man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14. And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. In other words...
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
Pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. The third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever of the side of he dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Good. I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover. Junpei leapt towards the 9th man, but he wasn't fast enough.
She's all yours.
The man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then, goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulders for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
Bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbing hold of the handles and pulled.
Open, damn it!
They grunted and strained, but...
Shit! It won't budge.
It was then Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Is it the water?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. Others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it?
Then they heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why is it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Lied?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here! God damn it!
Junpei grabbed a hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work? Engaged? Is it because it's occupied?
Oh my god! There's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Ooh. Okay, I know that. I know that he did a bad thing by using everyone as hostages and went off without us, but like, I still feel kind of bad for him. Still feel really bad for that dude. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Let's see if we can open it.
7. Mountain swallowed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number, but it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
What to do? Ace and Lotus? Or there's Snake and Seven. Or there's Santa and June. Well, let's see here, you guys. So, 5 plus 3. Actually, let's do 5 plus 6 is 11. So 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 3. Okay. All of these things are going to give us what we need. But we learned that beyond those doors is an explosive. Keeping that in mind. I don't want to bring in Snake because maybe, I don't know. No, we won't do the middle one. It's either Santa and June because Junpei is good friends with June and I kind of have like Santa. That's really weird to say that I like Silver. I'm going to call him Silver. Or Ace and Lotus. Ace and Lotus seem like a... I'm putting lives on the line here. What will help not? Ace. Let's just make sure. 6. That's 13.
Ace, Lotus, you think you could give me a hand here?
Oh wait, I forgot Lotus doesn't want to do this. The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Both Santa and June lifted their left hands silently. Santa and June, what? Verified, but she followed suit.
5 plus 1 plus 8 equals 14. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 equals 5. This should do it.
Yeah, I did it. Okay.
Now we just need to pull the lever on the side. You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. The breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. Seven grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It appeared that Santa's right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn place and dark red blood. The shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Her strength left her and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She's crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax, and her whole body began to shake.
All right, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
Ace and Lotus was sending June all along. She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he sat her down on it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
Of course she's not all right. Guys, well, okay, fine. She's a strong girl. She's doing okay. If she says she's fine, she's good. But she's not doing good. We all know no one's doing good. A man died today, and now there was 8. She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Why? Why did this happen?
voice acting. Her voice cracked, broke in misery and grief, and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Better. Jimmy spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here?
Who? I didn't.
Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything?
Well, Outo, welcome back. You just missed Mr. 8. Not Mr. 8, Mr. 9. Being blown up. Behind closed doors. We lost a man today. Though I guess you can say that it was karma because he placed a knife to... What's the name? To Clover's throat. Yeah. We lost a person.
What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grin lines for mouths. Probably did, but still, that's kind of sad. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually, they stopped. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fall, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said which one of them... Ace said what each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fists clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go!
That desperate go was nice. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't really be the better voice actors than me. They are professionals. I shouldn't be pointing out things like I know stuff. I don't know anything about voice acting, you guys. Disclaimer. I'm just a wannabe voice actress. Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man?
Of course, who else?
In his mind eyes, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Oh. Blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark reddish black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs spewed across the floor like that. Why are we talking about this like the blossoming of a good, however you pronounce that word, flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
There's no way for a person to die.
I agree. He may have done something bad, but I wouldn't want that for that dude. That's just kind of, no offense, but it's cruel. The 9th man's neck has been twisted at an odd angle. Shinji suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been empty either by the explosive or by gravity. He had landed on his back with stark white ribs jutted out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Junpei felt something flip in his stomach.
I think he just screwed up.
eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
Probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Snake? Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
Grotesque. Grotesque? Yeah. Okay.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was quite simple if you think about it.
Huh?
You still don't... All right.
Yikes.
How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that? You've forgotten the relevant part. What did Zero say?
Santa figured his out and thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said that everyone who verified had to go.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Yay! We got a gold star! Snake inclined his head towards Junpei.
The ninth man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself. That was why he was executed.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere. Making sure we don't break any rules.
Eek.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice? There's no need for him to monitor us.
What do you mean?
Snake looked at Seven with what could only be described as pity and sighed.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you. I've waited long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
He seems to know more than us. That's the point. He couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words in everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removes the card from a pocket of his jacket.
Card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With the flourish, he presented to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Someone tugged it out of Santa's hand.
I see.
What is it? The card went from Seven to Lotus to June, and finally to Junpei, who looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Oh. Braille, the written language of the blind. The card was covered with small and embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry, guys. I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he was about to grab a hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic.
I like his voice. I really do like his voice. His voice is nice.
You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
Ooh, that sounded cool. The red, the functions of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a red. The dead is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
Ooh.
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I am afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside of you and people whom you are about to meet.
There's more people here?
You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Oh no.
I have no doubt, by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way to your small intestine. In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try.
That detection! Outo, please.
As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator.
Ah.
Think of it as a remote fuse, or timer, for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be. You will have 81 seconds. If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to
Oh.
instructing it to explode.
Taka, I don't... By the time you poop it out, you're going to be, like, already drowned.
In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead. Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side, and the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead. That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead.
Oh.
You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed.
Oh yeah, I thought that they closed automatically.
So long as the doors open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0.
Basically meaning that you die.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or it detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
Snake finished eating and carefully turned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass through the numbered doors. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
I got a sick feeling to my stomach.
Shit! A fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
In defiance of Zero's suggestion, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened. Some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach.
There's a bomb inside me.
The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh.
His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Junpei looked at the others.
Right. I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
I don't think anyone does. They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Welcome back. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something.
Ah!
You know, like surprise or something?
Instead, it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence and everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That mask, it was really scary.
Huh?
Oh, so all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only some stories seem to lack the detail of others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That's all he had to say. It occurred to Junpei at the same time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him even stranger.
So, I have a question.
That mysterious relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover. You were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt like she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Oh!
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken back. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Oh, come on. I like all these people already. I don't want to leave one of them behind. I don't want them to die, except that one dude already died, but we didn't really even know him anyway, so nothing was attached. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You have no place in my heart. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and Jun.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
Junpei glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
But what do you all have in common? You guys don't know each other. Well, most of you guys don't know each other. But anyways.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another. And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time. You mean your head? Got it? Are are?
Well,
Sorry.
Perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
No.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Most likely, Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on! A guy's dead!
The wood dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, the discussions continued for some time.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw his hands, his voice filled with irritation.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made... Oh, sorry, excuse me. I yawned. Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made the feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Jump, jump. Sorry.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Well, thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
June looked towards the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Ugh. Ah, crap.
Wait.
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
Dude, is fashion really important?
If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
That was the last straw.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, someone spoke. Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
So, there's 2, 7. That's 9.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
I feel like...
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace stepped forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly. The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Good luck.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
She's did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital root be?
Let's see. Well, we have 9 right there. Then we have 14. 1 plus 4 is 8. That'll be 13. So that'll be 4.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So, the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Kira, you know you can just add all the numbers together first and then go from there, you know? Right? Yeah. Okay. He repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
I don't think this is gonna work well.
So the team assignments will be like this.
No, let's have faith. Let's have faith in everyone. We're having faith in everyone. We can all do this.
7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that. Should I stay silent?
Do you think it was
to go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
Ooh. How about this? You tell them to examine the body while they're there. That could be an option. Right? Communication. Right? Right? Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I can save. Oh, hi, I can save. Okay, click to save. Yes, save here. Okay. No, not yet. Okay. What did I press? Oh, I pressed this button. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the calculator. That's something we can do 2. No, it wasn't 2. It was Santa is X Nissan 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 equals 22, which is the digital root of 4. File. That digital roots. Oh, we can fix the angle? Save plus Okay. Bird's eye view. Calculator controls. Flowchart. I don't know what the flowchart. Blah blah blah. 6 items. Okay. You can jump to different places in the story by using the flow chart. Both story segments and escape can be viewed. The choices you make in the flow chart will affect your story progression. As he turned his option over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk towards door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 sword a distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Okay. Okay. Sorry, someone just contacted. Okay. Decided that door 4 would be fine. Decided that it had to be door 5. No, we wasted enough time already. We just got it. Okay, take care, Outo. Thanks for joining the stream. Sweet dreams. Okay. Ed, you're still up? Ed is still awake. Ed, go to bed. You can watch the stream later. You have school, gosh darn it. Okay, decided that we're going to go with door 4. I just have faith that the others will do everything else. Decided that door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
Well, that too. We need to stay by her side too. June. Akane Kurashiki.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
Made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
He walks the other 4 walk towards the door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Is this a good thing? I don't think this was a good thing. This is gonna bite me back in the butt. Take care, you guys. Good luck. I like this kid. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei didn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the bed.
No.
Be safe, be safe, just be safe. Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. Grabbing the lever, you're filled with determination. Sorry, I had to. Okay. Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Take care, Ace.
Careful.
Bye, Dad. Take care, Dad. I didn't know you for long, but you were like a dad to me. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great, hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splash in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
The 3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Good luck. Door 5 swung shut, closing with heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? Please say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
Uh-oh.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
They should be okay. June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to his question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was 7.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
Stopped.
The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. And my sigh of relief was audible through this side of the screen thingy. Ed, I have to thank you for introducing me to this game.
Looks like it stopped.
I'm proud of you guys. Good teamwork. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief on their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing all right over there?
They heard 7's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now.
Actually, that probably explains why they could only take the same number of people in.
You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Junpei and the other left door 5 and headed towards door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asks appear on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards
All
the
right.
wood.
Let's go.
Let's go, team! With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Probably after this room, we'll...
Run!
Oh, okay. We're running. The 4 of them left through the door together. Oh, the moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from the rest of the list.
Oh, damn.
The center of each bracelet had a red... In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
Counting down.
Detonator's countdown had begun. The long moment of each of them spent staring at the wrist. I'm gonna... Okay, hold on. Save. That's right. Save. Save. Saving is a thing. Yes. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's do this, you guys. A number door behind them closed. The sound of the metal reverberated down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their soul evasion. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would have lightly discerned the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Ah, yeah, gotta be kidding me.
Oh, no. How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at this test, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
Open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered the iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already ran to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here. It's not moving.
June was the last to speak up. Junpei looked in her direction. His eyes caught something he hadn't noticed. A small red blinking light.
There it is, at the end of the hallway.
As he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them towards the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds.
I know that, goddammit. I'm asking you how many seconds we have left.
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed them since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, Oxycy for foremost in all mind, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine and his hand slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone.
The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a gun, Santa yanked the lever downward.
Looks like it stopped.
His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had been beaded on his forehead. I am so glad that no one died. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
You could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the doors were 2 smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors to similar results, he wondered. Perhaps he corrected himself more of lack of results. Whatever the reasons, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
But the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
I was thinking the same thing too. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment of confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
Are we going to come back to these rooms?
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol.
I think so, yes.
Oh, whoops, accidentally.
I see.
Oh, bye, Ed.
Wait,
That's the
where's
late.
Santa?
While Junpei and June started talking, Santa had disappeared. Where did you go? Oh, they couldn't find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one of them had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Careful. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They made it through the numbered door alive. There's nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotta's calm voice broke into the thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here.
Let's look for a key.
Let's find it.
Yeah.
Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay. Seek a way out. Okay. Whew. Shivers, shiver, 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 shiver. Okay. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna... As soon as we get out of this room, I'm gonna save and then call it quits. Okay, take care, Eddie. I'll stream for another hour, and after that, I'm done. It's a table made of wood. Hey, there's something here. Looks like a box of Max's. Box of Max's. The Max's are inside, obviously. You can look down blankly at what he was holding, then up at
Oh yeah,
June.
how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
June held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. Oh, her hair went up. That's kind of cute.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
Wait, am I... Who knew? This could be... Come on, it's not like that. Of course, we're worried about you. Of course we are.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Oh, she's blushing, and I'm gonna take this chip and eat it. June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy. How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
Eh?
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would 2 childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing.
Hey, no fighting.
Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
He's got a point, though, but still.
You mean, like, the number of men I've dated?
Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18.
Girl, how old are you? I haven't really dated anyone yet. Guys. Question mark, exclamation point?
Time 0.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Chalant, whatever that word is. Junpei coughed quietly and in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, Why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments, she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
But...
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal?
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
No, I can barely remember any of them.
This is back in elementary school anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Dot 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 dot. Back to looking for stuff. Junpei went back to searching for an unpleasant and confused elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in the elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Rack. Taking this chip and eating it fills you with determination. It's a display case. But there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers. The drawers are empty too. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on the sofa. Sorry. It's a bottle of water with water in it. This is the bedroom. You'll probably have it here because it always feels dry when you wake up, you know? It feels dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're all kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, do you want to take a shower together? What? Whoa! Just kidding. She'd like to take it back. My brain's already working out to fix it. Yeah, boy! My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. Shake's head. Bed frame. Yeah, we don't have to worry about her. I toss and turn when I sleep. I was thinking, what the heck is she thinking about? There's the light blue blanket with a sheet design on it. Someone's made a bed, or at least never made it. And there's only bed sheets under the bed blankets. Nothing exciting. Look, there's two pillows next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is the fever back? Hey, are you alright? You need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? Sweat drops. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside and surprising no one. This isn't a painting, it's a map. It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, it's a grapevine. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. Yay! Oh my gosh, that is true. She is kind of like my, examining around with the sister which you can acquire over the course of the story. Clicking on the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view for the room at the room. Junpei took one last look at the grab, then folded it up and slid it into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is...
replica of the Titanic?
A replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Wait, actually, no, that wouldn't make
Who
sense.
on earth would make something like that?
Sorry.
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
Even they would.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past? It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
Do I believe in curses and stuff? Depends.
Yeah, well, I guess so. To a certain extent.
There we go. That's my boy. Junpei scratched his temple.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Jun couldn't understand how Jin has maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Have you ever heard that one?
For a moment, I thought she was singing to the background music.
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
She is. She's a sweetheart.
That's right.
Jun's eyes has lit up with excitement like a child with a new toy.
That mummy, the priestess, supposedly, she was special.
What do you mean?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Aww.
Yes.
But she was a mummy.
That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And...
Yes, saponification. But that's not what it was.
Huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah,
Come on. Let's get back to investigating the room. Jun and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to the investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him.
Ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Okay, back to work, you guys. Shower. That's a shower knob. See if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. For putting soap on. I used to shower. I used to shower on, so I know. That bathroom wall. There's square tiles all over it. Is it like a... Probably not. I don't know. Collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Shower head. That's right too. Probably means no one has used it in a long time. Shower curtains, huh? Let's try closing it. No? Okay. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Now I can see it flows down to the shoulders. It's in all its waterproof glory. There's nothing suspicious. It's just a normal old shower curtain. A narrow shower. I'm standing in it with June. Oh. This is all trying to open the curtain. You guys are the one who are making it awkward. Yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. The vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Oh yeah? It's kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's in an abstract painting or something? There's kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Sucking on a human being's brain. Where the heck did that come from? What is her brain made of? Can't say I'd imagine finding out a little more about what goes on in there. I don't see it, but it's kind of... It's like there's room on the left side of this. There's a room on the right side of this picture. Jumping, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus Room. Why? What do you mean why? I'm just gonna check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no, come back soon. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure, leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room. This tile with a black-white pattern on it. There's a square tile in this room. It's glued there quite well. I don't think you can take it out. What if I use... Looks like a valuable wedge. It's empty though. Seems to be room on the left side of this race. This is the bathroom. The whole wall is covered in the square tiles. Oh, this one does. Doesn't have a this room. Well, there was a shower. There were shower curtains in the bathroom that June was checking out. But you're saying this room doesn't have any? Yeah, that's right. There's definitely a reason why. Some toilet paper. We got 2 rolls, I guess. Yep. Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. The tank's empty too. Okay, so I have a feeling that we need to make this room. Oh! They have stuff here? Candle with the candlestick. That might be handy. Combined with this. Action! I know, if I use this, it's not good. Yay! Well, this is... Check out these plates in craft. And craft looks really expensive. You want to take a look? Come on, you stupid thing, open. It's locked? Yeah, it looks that way. Need to find a key that opens it. Hold on! Darn, guess this is the wrong key. There's gotta be another one. Gosh darn. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Junpei, I don't mean to pry, but we lit the candle so we can check that room over there, right? I mean, it's dark, you know. Yeah, so you need to take you then. Otherwise, that's point. Awesome, with the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around. It gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't. Bleh. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Hey, it's got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Dresser with the drawer is locked. Let me get this and use this. Yes, it worked! Click! Okay, my suspicions are correct. We're supposed to make this look a little bit like a thing. It's a chair for the dresser. Hey, Junpei, it's a cupboard. There's a freaking cupboard in here! Are you alright? Hey, don't give me that. Come on, a cupboard in a bedroom can only mean one thing. There's a safe in here. Really? Darn, there's nothing in here. Got me all worked up for nothing. I can't see. It's a bottle full of water. I don't think we're gonna eat this or anything. Oh, here we go. We got a curtain. Anything under the blanket? Nope. Nothing suspicious here. Oh, hey, what the heck? It just got dark out of here. Maybe they got it. We should go see. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the Jackson. Hey, what's this? Top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumped. It's a key! Oh my gosh! I know where the key goes. Let's see if this candlestick key will do anything. Aha! It opened. All right, pull that crap open. We need this. Click.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket. Aw, it looked like a bookmark. Had a full-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a very smile.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Four-leaf clover? Santa scratched behind his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay?
It does?
The meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words?
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hand. What do you want to do? Alright, decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
We shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
That's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century. And I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best
Eh?
or the worst. That's why.
Eh?
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What are you...
Such an explanation made no sense. She was even more confusing before.
Play?
Play?
You mean like
You
gambling?
mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I mean? In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand.
Le Grand.
But the lowest, most worthless cards, zeros, they call Monkey.
Oh yeah? So...
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
Santa blinked, utterly stunned. Then he began to laugh.
Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
That was when Lotus spoke up.
You know, if you think about it, the nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat.
Apparently, she's been listening.
And of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You just drop the tens digit, and that's it.
Huh.
Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. So, if we want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
That's why it's called the nonary game.
What?
Huh?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn. 2 is bi, like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri. I'm sure you've heard that one plenty. Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get the idea. After that, you have quart, quinti, sext, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
I see.
Hmm.
So then Nona means 9.
Lotus nodded.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
That'd be 9.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
They go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
Zero said 9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship,
We need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
Lotus nodded again.
there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the nonary game.
Oh, creak. Someone far away. Junpei heard creak of stressed metal. Sound almost like Zero laughing at them. Oh, a sad test of being a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. Well. Curtain, let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Start spreading the curtains. Oh, whoa, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Someone's really dedicated. Oh, with the hole this big, you gotta wonder if they wanted to be caught. Okay, maybe they were into like this. You two are real idiots, you know that? Dot 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 dot. Wait, I didn't want to go out. Oh wait. Oh, there's a hole in the curtain. Is it? Says black. I think it's single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. It looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. That means we go back here. To here. No, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave Jin there by herself. What do you think you... What, you think you're a knight or a protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I'm going. Okay. Here it is. Yes, this one's the one that's loose. Think I can get under this with the nails and... Yes! Wah! Ha 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 ha! Kyo's good. Ha ha! Okay. Back over here looking at this. Get it. Yes, yes. Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. The exit. That's on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on them. Okay, let's do this. There's a tile on the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put... Ah, right. Gonna give it a shot. Okay. If there's anything which I'm really good at is putting things together. There we go. Yes, I did it. Oh. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, ain't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyways, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. We got a key! Woo! Okay. DJ messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
Santa had only been mumbling to herself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Santa put his hand on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly busted into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus' response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said.
I like her reasoning.
It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
Well...
I guess it looks like...
A man's face, a butterfly, koi, a dog, a small boat floating in the lake, a fun yarn pot, whatever that is. I don't know, to me, to be honest, kind of makes me think of a cemetery. But I think that's because I'm only looking at the black parts. If I look at the white parts, I can kind of see the dog hiding at the moon. What is the funny yanin? Hold on, sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't know what that is. Fun yarinpa. Oh, it actually does look like it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what it says. That's what it's called. I guess I shouldn't have looked that up. Okay. But it Fari Yarimpa. I kinda want I just did that.
Funyarimpa.
Oh, that's how you pronounce Funyarimpa. Funyarimpa, not Funyarimpa. Whoops, my bad. My bad. English.
See, I mean, this totally looks like one. And here and here.
Extremely indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Runpei.
What the hell is a Funyarimpa?
Me!
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarimpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know?
I didn't know.
Blasphemous.
I didn't know either.
Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarimpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Hey, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog.
It's the dog? Oh, darn!
See? Like this.
Is it the dog right here? Because I can see the dog kind of howling at the moon right there. Right? This is the dog pirate you're talking about, right? Right? This head. Like, here's the mouth. It goes out like, ooh! And here's, like, the breath thing coming out of it. And then it's just like... Right. Anyways, moving on. Oh! Oh! Well, I mean... Okay, I can see it now. I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it now. Well, actually, now I'm unseeing it. It was a dog. Santa also noted an agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
I can kind of... I just lose myself. Okay, never mind. Anyways. Oh, now I can see it from back here. It's only when I take a good step backward I can actually see the entire picture. Okay.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
It's true!
These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people.
That's a lot.
They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test.
Okay.
They were, however, given the same tests and the same two pictures.
Okay.
The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
You kind of lost me, to be honest.
There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she was very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backwards. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Wait, does this have something to do with that field, or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field.
Eh?
Huh.
Psych!
Manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience is a big word.
Okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear. ...
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. All right, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head on to the door. Okay. After that. Okay, we are saving. Okay. Ooh. Ow. Okay, that was a... Whew. That was a good gameplay. We haven't even completely finished the first story. Oh, crap. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here for now, you guys. I got work in the morning. Got it at 6. Gotta get up at 4. Anyways, yeah, thanks for staying with me, you guys, and watching and checking, tuning in, checking this thing out. Anyways, yeah, hopefully later tomorrow I might be able to continue playing this game, seeing who else can survive. I have no clue. But anyways, for now, I gotta go get ready for bed and work. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and ooh, what is this? And thanks for tuning in, and keep on smiling, and kira out. Bye, baby.